A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. This is a channel love letter from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine, and this is also a collective session, a collective reading. And for your personal situation, you can check out the description box for personal readings and therapies. And once sure, you can write to me at the sunamoon@gmail.com. Kindly do not share your twin flame journey in advance with me, because we follow a proper protocol, step-by-step procedure to work on your wounds and your traumas that lead to your separation, the feeling of separation, the dark nights, etc., etc. In case you don't resonate with this particular letter, as I said, you can opt out for it or you can opt in for a personal session. So now let's get started. My dear love, as time passes by, I realize more and more that we had been pushing each other's buttons, yet we kept coming back to each other. To a point where there was no coming back. To a point that there was dead silence as I chose to live my life on my own. I wanted our relationship to work out, but somehow, from being hunky-dory, it always ended up turning ugly. And then I felt that it will never work out. In my opinion, every single person should be allowed the freedom to choose and to opt for a better life if they are not happy doing what they were doing. I was not fully happy. I was always frustrated, irritated, angry why a happy relationship was not in my destiny, especially with the woman I loved. In your case, I was extremely sure that you are the one I was in love with and you're the one I always wanted to be with. I sensed a different type of emotion, a different type of feeling with you which I had not felt with anyone else. And no matter how nice it felt, but every time things went bad, every time there were fights, toxicity, negativity, the whole paradise would turn into hell very soon. So I felt that if I go away from you, it will be good for me and for you both, because I came back to you many times. I did this many times. I came back, I would leave, I came back, I would leave, I came back, I would leave. And I feel even you were doing the same thing. You could have also chosen to not choose me each time I would come back to you, but you always chose me. Or you accepted me whenever I came to you saying sorry, I apologize to you, I was the one who asked for forgiveness. And I'm not going to blame you for that. You did it. Every time I came to you saying sorry, I asked you to accept me, you always accepted me without fail. And the reason why I always came back to you was every time I went away from you and I met other people and I experienced other situations, or I experienced living with my own people without you, I would realize that I was much happier with you. And everything between us was so good. Everything between us was so much better. I would cry, I would feel angry, I would again feel miserable. So I was always jumping between the feelings of good and bad constantly. I only wanted happiness, but whenever the pain would come to me, I would be in a bad situation. And somehow each time I would come back to you, once again something or the other would start going bad and start appearing incorrect. The drama was never away, was never out. I am not able to understand sometimes if I feel pain when I am with you or when I am away from you. This is something I could not understand back then, However, things have changed now. I want to share what happened in the past. I feel like sharing with you. Because now I realize that all the drama, all the pain, all the misery, all the confusion, all the running around, coming to you, I would chase you. I would chase you for days and days, asking you to forgive me and accept me. And you would accept me. And then I would run away from you. Then again I would chase you. Again I would run away from you. So now I have started realizing that it was coming from me. Back then you forced me to look within many times. And then came this one time when things could not be turned around. Things could not be turned around. You gave me space by letting me go for good. And don't think that I don't understand it, because the last time we spoke, you were rude to me. You didn't want to talk to me at all. You didn't want to see my face. I could feel it. And I knew it also. That why would you want to talk to me, despite my manipulations, despite my games? And now I simply cannot gather the courage out of the fear that you will push me again away. If you have self-respect, which I see you have now, maybe you were keeping your self-respect aside earlier, and now you don't want to do that. I don't want to be pushed away from you. But then this fear is what has made me look within, because now there is nowhere else to go. I would get humiliated by you, I know that. It would be embarrassing. And you would have the correct things to say, because I am not yet ready to face you. I don't have anything that can match up with you. Dear love, at one time I felt that this madness has to stop. And after much retrospection, I came to this conclusion that you're not just my lover, but you're also my teacher. You have taught me about life and about myself, and most importantly, to face what is there for real. I can see that most of our fights happened because I had a very big ego. Since I had always been pampered, since I was never really told that I was wrong, I always felt that I was right. And you were so different and still so same to me, but I did not have the courage to act and be like you, so it used to trigger me. Even that used to trigger me. And since I have been away from you, I am working on removing this problem from my life, but it is not easy. You were right. I literally get paid by my family members so that I can never walk away from them. And they don't like you because they could see that you had the power to take me away from them. Or at least I would like to believe that that's what they thought. They thought that you can take me away from you. They felt insecure. Their possessiveness towards me is not really possessiveness. It is codependency, which I can see now, but I could not see back then. I love my family too, as much as I love you, and I'm sure you feel the same for your family. You love them too. But they are broken people, and it seems to me that they cannot be fixed. The only person who can be fixed is me. My so-called people said many things to you, many mean things to you on your face, and about you to me when you weren't around. And all those things must have broken you down, because I could not do anything and I did not take a stand for you. Though you may not know, but behind closed doors, I have cried a lot for you. There were things I didn't even share with you because I felt that you will get hurt and walk away from me. There were many times when I also tried to save our relationship from getting doomed, but it never worked out. Maybe now I'm not so important for you and you don't want to do anything with me, which is fine. because you also have the right to live your life happily. You deserve all the happiness of this world, especially when I also did whatever I felt could make me happy. In my case, I had that choice, or you can say that I created the situation where I could get a choice by running away, by escaping from my own commitment towards you. But I didn't leave you with any choice. And that's what I assumed, that I was the one who did not leave you with any choice. But it was only when I was deep in myself, I realized that I built a trap, not a choice. I built a trap for myself and I set you free. I'm not saying this to sound better, but I'm saying this because now I feel that I'm trapped. But you are right, you would say that I said this even when I was with you. Or I always said that I'm in a trap. So this being in a trap feeling has always been with me. I create my own trap, then I fall into it, and then I cry incessantly to get out of it. But if I don't put myself into that trap in the first place, by thinking that I'm actually going into a comfortable situation, I don't value what I have, and I don't want to face what I have, and I don't want to work through it. So I choose the easy thing always. I have done it, but not anymore. Due to my negligence and selfish behavior, I only let you go away from my toxic world of imbalance. So it was good for you, because with me, all you had to do was witness a low vibration life full of codependencies, lust, addictions, attachments to material desires, or even when you did not want to run after the material desires, I would remind you constantly. My people would remind you, the lifestyle we had would remind you that we are incomplete and we need better things in life. This type of world is surely not for you. And I can say that to you now, because every time I came back to you, I still had secrets. I still was on two boats. Initially, it was the comfort blanket that I used to take from my family, because I could not let go of that codependency, the toxic codependency. You showed me the door eventually, and you literally asked me to F off. It was right on your part to make me stay away from you, especially because I was playing a dirty game of keeping one hand in the bush while giving one to you. I thought you will accept my offer and we could secretly be together, but it was only to fulfill my lust. I was not doing it out of love. I was very bored of my relationship, but I had to be in that relationship. Rather, I was trying to figure out that this is my right choice, so why am I unhappy in it? I thought maybe I'm still into you. So I gave you that offer because I could not commit to you. I was too deep into what I was doing. And you told me that I was a disgusting person to even think that it was possible. You weren't wrong, and I was, and I'm so grateful to you that you did not accept me like that. You made it very clear that you will not accept me like that. But I made a big fool of myself, and I showed to you what a sick person I was. Maybe that must have helped you to move away from me even further. Now, my beloved darling, the love of my life, and I'm so grateful to you while I'm saying this, even though you may not be liking it. Now that I'm struggling, I have nothing or no one left to blame. I can see how my own people have ganged up against me, and I can see how they turn me into a black sheep all the time and act like the victims who have to deal with someone like me. Believe it or not, this was always the case. Always the case. But I come from a family, a crazy family, who I wanted to believe were normal. At least that's what they did to me when you were around. They made me believe that you were the crazy person, they were the normal ones, and I could not trust you at all. And now the tables have turned. Now I'm being told that no matter what I get in life, I can never be happy. And all the issues are within me. The problem is in me. And they also know that I will never be accepted by you. So secretly they are very happy because my family did not want you around because you made them feel how much they needed to work on themselves. So they were successful in taking us away from each other. And now they are very happy about it because they know that to be with you, I have to do huge things. I have to radically change my life. And they assume that I won't be able to do that. I think they don't know that you have now become the reason why I want to work on myself, finally. I have lived my whole life watching how control and power dynamics function when people are full of attachments and codependencies. I even see the pattern of lust in my family because I do see people coming in and out, going in and out, and boy, I see the fascination with money that my people have. And even I had that. I also did the same thing. I chose materialistic pleasures and easy life over true love, not realizing that this true love is the best thing that was given to me by God, that ever happened to me. And I threw it away for some pebbles. I threw away my diamond for some pebbles on the street. For some tiny broken pieces of glass that was shining in the sunlight, I threw away my diamond. I traded my soul. I traded. By the way, let me tell you, there were also some people who liked you. They were the sane people I knew. The sane people who were also labeled as lunatics. Because they were sane, I could never see that we were the lunatics and they were the sane ones. They supported you and my people did not like that. And they made the excuse that the people who support you are jealous of us. So their opinion would never be true because they don't mean well for us. They are not our well-wishers. Look, my dear, this letter is not to justify all the wrong things I did to you. Because you have seen me act in the worst way to you. I cheated on you, I betrayed you, I took advantage of you, I never truly cared for you, I lied to you a number of times. Sometimes when I didn't want to let you go and sometimes when I felt that I myself had made the mistakes. But let me tell you, when we started out, everything was pure from my side. My feelings were pure for you and I tried to hide that my monster family does not want us to be together. And I took that in me. I took the fights, I took everything, the arguments. I did not bring it on the table to you. I never shared with you with the feeling that you will leave me. And every time, because of that, I had so much baggage inside me. Every time I got triggered by you, I thought you are the wrong person in everything. I'm thankful to you because you were the only person who honestly took care of me and loved me without any selfish desires or needs. Everybody else I have been with has done some kind of barter deal with me, but not you. In fact, I had nothing on me when you loved me. I had nothing on me. And that got into my head. I started thinking that I must be so amazing, that this girl is so crazy for me, that I'm not doing anything for her, but she still loves me. How amazing would I be and what all can I attract with the person I am, the kind of person I am. I was so selfish. I was so selfish and so delusional. So delusional. When I compare you with everyone, I know that you are the one I truly felt happy with. The things I did for you, they were simple, they were sweet. I haven't done for anyone else. But my mistake was that I could not man up. I was extremely pampered with things and stuff that I never really had to go out and take care of myself. That paralyzed me. You came with crutches and held me up, but instead of thanking you, I treated you bad. I didn't want the crutches because I straight away wanted to walk, run and fly, and I wanted you to do it all for me. I wasn't willing to understand that my legs were wounded. I was on a wheelchair, but you held me up. You taught me to walk again. You applied medicines to my wounds, the medicine of love. And it helped me, and I could move, and I could get up, I could even stand. All you wanted was to make me believe in myself and God. You always spoke about God and how to build faith, but I kept testing you again and again. You spoke about hard work and discipline and sacrifice, and you were willing to wait for me each time I asked for time, but instead of thanking you for your efforts, I started abusing you. I took you for granted, and I was so full of garbage inside my head that I did the opposite of everything right back then. I am so sorry. There is no explanation for the mean things you had to witness. And now, after so much time has passed by, I can understand why you don't want to see my face again. You have healed, and you are out of my toxicity. The same toxicity that I could not see back then, the way I do now. I didn't reject you, my love. I rejected my own chance of a healthy and loving relationship, my own chance of getting out of the loop, the vicious cycle, my own chance to enter a true relationship, a real and meaningful relationship, which could have worked out so well, but it did not, because of the programming, because of the wounds. And this does not mean that I take no blame, no responsibility for what I did. It doesn't mean that I will simply blame the whole world outside and act like the victim now. I have done that a lot. I will not do that again, because I now take responsibility for all my actions, and to fix my life, I am going to get up and get into discipline. In this letter, I'm not writing this so that you come back to me. I know that it's not possible for now. I can't say about the future, but now it does not look possible to me because I am in low energies. I am working on myself, and I have no courage, to be honest. And I'm nowhere close to the amazing life that you have built around you. And that too on your own. Just by looking at your progress, I am inspired. I had forgotten about you for a while when I was happy in my new paradise. But soon, it all started coming back to me. I am inspired by you, my love. If you can do all of this on your own without anybody's help other than God, then I too can get out of my mess. Your progress is incredible. I have never seen anybody else grow that fast. Earlier I had goals, but now I have the inspiration, and my inspiration is you. A high vibrating woman like you who won't get impressed by my mere words. I know that. And I have said these words to you in the past too. Every time I ran away and I came back, these are the words I used. In fact, I thought that I will improve, but I never did. I know you want to see this in the real world, the change in me. You want me to show the change, or else you won't even notice me. Trust me, I will work on myself. I will bring out my true potential, and I will come in your way sooner or later to try to contact you. Last time, I'm even embarrassed of that. I made you feel that you lack in social status many times, or you lack in some way. Even your spirituality is a problem. And I always wanted to be spiritual like you. I always wanted to live the same life that you're living right now. I wanted to do exactly the same things that you're doing right now. In fact, these were the same reasons that I was so fond of you and so attracted to you. But every time you were telling me to make some efforts to get out of my dark zone, to get out of my addictions, to get out of my attachments, I just refuted everything you said, even though I wanted the same things. That sounds crazy enough to me. I am determined, trust me, to work on myself. I will bring out my true potential, and I will only then come in front of you. You never took anything personally, but I overdid it, and I can now understand how many wounds I must have given to you. How many days and how many nights you must have stayed awake, you must have felt bad, you must have cried out. Because I crossed my line, and I feel so sick of myself. I was so greedy that I was okay to sell my soul, my body, and my commitment for money and for easy life. Now the same money is biting my ass, and I'm unable to even sit up, and I'm unable to face my own self. Only when I was treated like I was equal to any other expensive fancy furniture, any purchase, and my job was only to serve and only to say yes and not say no, I realized what a low lifer I had been. How much low could I stoop for a comfortable and easy life? Too low, right? I don't know how much more regret I'm going to feel. But I am so sorry for what I did. And now I'm writing to you, not because you want to come back to me or you should come back to me, to a wretched person like me, when you have a beautiful life of your own. I'm just doing all of this because I want you to forgive me. I'm sorry for what I did, but I need your forgiveness more than anything else. I want you to forgive me and move away from me. Move on from me forever. That is how I'm going to work on myself. Please forgive me for being such a douchebag. Please forgive me for my sins I did to hurt you. Please forgive me for all the wrong things I have done to you. And please forgive me. And please forgive me like you're not going to think about it again. Like 100% forgive me. That time that has gone cannot come back. What is gone is gone. Let bygones be bygones. But those days when I was with you, I felt young in my blood and my bones. Now I feel old and I lack motivation. So I look at you for inspiration. I wanted to do many things for you, to support you, to give you a good life. But I could not even pick a glass of water for myself. And now you don't need anything from me. And I know that. I know you don't need me at all, and you will never need me again. You will never fall into this trap. I was the trap that you fell into. But you will never fall into it again. Now is the time for me to get up and do something. I have wasted a lot of time while you have turned it all around for you. I am proud of you and your growth and your achievements. And my family now uses you to make me feel sick, to make me feel bad. Now they tell me that I lost a good girl. Oh my God, it's insane. It's crazy that they are saying this because they were the ones who actually pulled us apart. And now they are telling me that I lost a girl like you because I was incapable of keeping you happy. This is shocking to me. In the past, whenever we used to come back, it always felt like a natural progression. I wish that it happens again, but obviously I don't want to ruin your happy life. But I hope that we will come back without any manipulation, naturally, in whatever format we come back. But I want to be in a harmonious relationship with you. I want to be harmonious with you because you deserve it. Because you're such a nice person. I want to be able to pick up the phone and call you up and just talk to you and just say, hey, what's up? How are you? You want to catch up for lunch? You want to catch up for some good time? Without any lust, without any greed, without anything. I want us to be best friends. And later on, maybe let's see what works out. I know, again, you already have a happy life. I cannot destroy that for you. Maybe someday we could see eye to eye, we could be happy again, and we could share a meal with love and laughter and compassion and forgiveness. I am sick and I need to treat myself. I need to heal fully so that I can come back in my full potential. I was never in my full potential, but I hope to come to my full potential. I won't even want to define our relationship. I will never question it. But I know that this is such an important relationship for me. I still remember whenever we used to come back to each other, you used to say that you don't even remember the reason why we fought. Well, I guess I have done enough things that you might forgive but not forget. I feel that my reason was definitely very lame once I have made a full circle through understanding it. The triggers are still there and they are strong, but this time I can recognize them. It was never you. I can see who is causing it and why it's happening. Find it hard to digest that I was so blind and dumb. Well, better late than never. And thank you so much, my love, for listening to me. I appreciate everything about you. Thank you. And I will always love you.